If you're looking for cheap, instant, and reliable Madden Ultimate Team coins, make sure to check out buymutcoins.com and use the discount code RBT for 10% off your purchase. Yo, what is going on, everybody? This is Samuel Brown, aka RBT, coming at you with another Madden 17 experiment today. And today, guys, we're going to be doing what if Brett Favre came out of retirement. I thought it would be ideal to do a Brett Favre video like this weekend, since he was released back into Madden Ultimate Team, or Madden in general, for like the first time in what, like 7 years or so. So we're doing that today, guys. And before we get into this video, I do want to say Merry Christmas to everybody. I was planning on coming out with a video on Christmas, but I decided not to. I wanted everybody just to spend time with their family, not be watching my videos, obviously. So late Christmas to everybody. And before we get into this video, I do want to show you guys this. And that was my first ever limited time pull in Madden history for me, guys. I wasn't recording my face cam, I was recording the gameplay in case I did pull something awesome, and that was my first ever limited time pull. And I did just want to include that into a video, so that's pretty freaking awesome. So I can no longer say that, but I've still yet, I guess, pulled a limited time card while I was actually making a video. So hopefully that will happen sometime this season. And one last thing, I promise, before we get into the video, the next couple days I'm gonna be working really hard to get my setup fixed. I'm about to start completely rearranging my setup and just completely rearranging my room, so I basically have like an office in my room, and that's probably gonna take a lot of my time. And I'm going to be disconnecting like all my stuff so I can get like the professional setup in my room. So if there's not like an upload tomorrow or more than one upload a day for like the next day or so, I'm going to try to get it done as soon as possible. It's going to take like all the rest of today and then like all tomorrow to get fixed. So if there's no uploads the next day, that is why. But when I come back, guys, expect even more better quality videos, and my setup's going to be so much better. So that's why there's not going to be multiple uploads the next day or so. So now, guys, getting into this video, as you see here, Brett Favre came out of retirement and is now a free agent. At the age of 40, he's going to play one more season in the NFL, and we don't know who he's going to play for yet. He's a free agent, so we're going to send him the next week and see who signs him, and that's what team we're going to follow for this season, see how he does. He is an 85 overall, and the way I came about an 85 overall, pretty simple. Couldn't find any ratings for Brett Favre when it came to the past Maddens that he was on. I think the last Madden that he was a part of was Madden 10, I believe, and the ratings for him are nowhere to be found. So what I did is I went by his 96 overall card that was just released into Madden Ultimate Team, and basically all I did was subtract 5 to every single rating, and that's how we got down to a 85 overall. Because obviously, coming back at the age of 47, he wouldn't be a freaking 96 overall because he's aged a little bit, but it's still Brett Favre. He has some talent, man. And so you see his stats, his throwing stats are what are relevant really for this video. 91 throw power, he had one of the strongest arms in NFL history, so even at 47 years old, I'm sure he can still sling the rock with 91 throw power. 89 throw accuracy short, 88 throw mid, 84 throw accuracy deep. This is where people probably might say his stats should probably be a little bit lower, because he didn't have the greatest deep throw accuracy. He liked throwing the ball deep into coverage a lot. That's why he was so great. He had no fear whatsoever throwing the ball into coverage, and he just relied on his receivers and trusted in his receivers. 81 throwing the run and 86 play action. The rest of his stats got downgraded a little bit, and obviously at 47 years old, he's not going to be as fast as he was with his 96 overall card. Still 68 is pretty freaking fast for a 47-year-old. Probably should have made that a little bit slower. But also the stat I did want to point out, Brett Favre was one of the toughest players I've ever watched in NFL history, and that's why I gave him a 99 toughness rating even at 47 years old. The guy took so many hits throughout his career and got right back up because he was just an absolute freaking G. So what we're going to do, guys, like I said, for this video is I'm going to send it the next week and see what NFL team does pick up Brett Favre. So if he came out of retirement, we have to see what team would pick him up. And then I'm going to go into a separate franchise with the team that does pick him up, and then sim that season and see how they do, obviously like I do in all these Madden 17 experiments, and then compare to how they would do with Brett Favre at quarterback. And I really hope it's not the Browns that pick him up, and they very well might be, because if you watch my What If Tom Brady Went Undrafted video, the Browns picked him up. So maybe it's just the Browns that go and sign all the good quarterbacks out of free agency. So let's see, guys, who did sign Brett Favre and what team Brett Favre would play for if he came out of retirement. I'm just going to take the Browns first, guys, and I really hope it's not the Browns. I guess it really doesn't matter, but let's just see. And Brett Favre, dude, is going to be a Cleveland Brown, dude. So, God, man, we're going to have to see how Brett Favre does coming back to the NFL with the Cleveland Browns. So guys, we are in the offseason with the simulation with the regular Cleveland Browns roster, so we can see how much Brett Favre does improve the team. I don't understand why it's always the Browns that have to sign the quarterbacks, but I understand because they need all the help that they can get, although they did beat the Chargers. Anyways, guys, the Browns actually went 6-10. I've seen them do a lot worse. So if you watched the What If Tom Brady Went Undrafted video, his first season with the Browns, I think he came out, I had him as an 84 overall coming out of the NFL draft. They went 10-6, so we have to see if Brett Favre can eclipse that in the first season. But you see here, they go 6-10, which isn't god-awful considering how bad the Browns roster actually is. So I just want to see the stats really quick and see how much better Brett Favre does. The 25th offense in the NFL, so have to keep that in mind. Injuries are off, just so you do know. The 19th defense in the NFL, and the last stat, the 30th most points scored in the NFL. So we have to see if Brett Favre can improve that. Cody Kessler, what on God's name? So I'm guessing Josh McCown was the starting quarterback this season and he got released. So that's why the stats are like this. So I was kind of confused myself there, but that's the reason why that's the case. Isaiah Crowell, 1,000 yards, and now receiving, we had Corey Coleman eclipse 1,000 yards, which is pretty freaking good for a rookie. He also had 9 touchdowns. Terrell Pryor had 905 yards. Aaron Rodgers won the MVP. We have to see if Brett Favre comes in the top 10. Trevor Siemian came in 6th, and Le'Veon Bell came in 10th. So guys, before we jump into the simulation with Brett Favre at quarterback, I do want to see who won the Super Bowl. We got to see if the Browns can make the playoffs with Brett Favre as their starting quarterback. And the Oakland Raiders beat the Dallas Cowboys 31-24 with Derek Carr at quarterback. Dude, that sucks so bad. I know a lot of people were asking me about the Marcus Mariota and Derek Carr injuries. I mean, everybody knows I'm a Titans fan, dude. It's just a heartbreak, dude. It just shows you how irrelevant sports are in the grand scheme of things. And not like in a negative connotation, but just like the fact that you can work so long, like these quarterbacks have prepared their whole entire life to make it to the playoffs for an NFL team, and they're there the week before the last week of the season. And I mean, the Titans, they're trying to make the playoffs. I mean, if they win, they have a chance to win the AFC South for the first time. And had they even won the AFC South? I mean, and of course they've had to once they made the Super Bowl, but they haven't made the playoffs since 2008, and that was a wild card berth. So the first time in probably like 20 years they've had a chance to win the AFC South, and Marcus Mariota breaks his leg. Same thing with Derek Carr and the Raiders. He breaks his leg too. They actually broke the same exact bone. So that just shows you how irrelevant sports are in the grand scheme of things. It's just crazy, dude. Just freaking crazy. But anyways, just wanted to throw that out there. But anyways, the Raiders win 31-24. Now let's jump into the simulation with Brett Favre at quarterback. So Britton Colquitt needs to move on over really quick and allow some certain player to get number 4. Brett Favre in a Cleveland Browns jersey. Never thought I'd see the day. So guys, we are about to send to the playoffs and see how the Browns do with Brett Favre as the starting quarterback. I want you guys to let me know in the comment section below what you think the Browns record is going to be at the end of this simulation. And also I want you guys to let me know if Brett Favre was to come out of retirement, how do you think he would do? Of course, he's 47 years old, but let me know just for the heck of it in the comment section below. And in terms of this simulation, I'm going to say they go 8-8. With Tom Brady as an 84 overall, they went 10-6. I don't think we can duplicate that luck twice in a row, especially with the 40-year-old Brett Favre in this game. Now let's see how the Browns did. Did the Browns somehow make the playoffs? And they went 4-12. So with Brett Favre as the starting quarterback, they lose 2 extra games that make no sense whatsoever. But what you probably realized throughout this Madden 17 experiment series is the fact that you can never really trust Madden simulations because they're very, very freaking wild sometimes. But let's see how the Browns did in terms of offense. Did they do any better? They're way down here, dude. They didn't do good at all. They only threw for about 3,800 yards, and they only had 21 points per game, which isn't too good. That's like one of the worst in the NFL. So Brett Favre looks like he didn't have too good of a season. Threw for 3,700 yards, 25 touchdowns, and 18 interceptions. But guys, you have to keep in mind, this guy is technically 47 years old. So, I mean, if he came out of retirement, 47 years old, that's pretty decent stats, I must say. Corey Coleman actually went down by about 200 yards, and Gary Barnidge was the leading receiver in terms of touchdowns with 9 receiving touchdowns. Russell Wilson won it, Tony Romo came in second, and Brandon Graham of all people, came in 8th. That's the first time I've ever seen him come in the top 10. But yeah, of course, Brett Favre did not come in the top 10 as a 47-year-old. He's probably way up there in interceptions too, through the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th most interceptions in the NFL. Actually tied for 5th in terms of the most interceptions in the NFL with Andy Dalton and Eli Manning. And to end off the video, the winner of the Super Bowl is going to be the Seattle Seahawks over the Kansas City Chiefs, which is a pretty popular matchup in Madden simulations, but they win 17-13. But that is going to do it for the video, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy, and if you did, make sure to drop a like. If you have any other ideas like this, let me know in the comment section below. And as I said, guys, at the beginning of the video, please be patient for the next couple of days. I'm going to be working on my setup and everything pretty much all day. As soon as this video gets to uploading, going to be moving stuff out my room and getting things ready to move into my room. I have to move a bunch of furniture out and like down the stairs and move furniture up the stairs, get the furniture fixed, and it's going to take a while. It's going to be a long process, but I'm going to get it done ASAP so I can get back to grinding out multiple videos a day. So please be patient with that, but hopefully it'll just be a day or so. That's going to do it, guys. Hope you did enjoy. If you did, like I said, make sure to drop a like, but I will catch you guys next time. Once again, hope you had a Merry Christmas. With that said, have a great rest of your day. Peace.